I started where anyone starts when they want to know the truth about a place, with the people who remember. Ravenshore had a library, a small stone building near the ferry terminal that had been renovated a few years back with money from Victor Partaloo. The irony wasn't lost on me. The librarian was a woman named Ruth Hensley, 60s, silver hair, the kind of face that remembered everything and judged none of it. I'd seen her around when I was a kid. She'd worked there even then, back when the building was smaller and the collection was mostly paperback mysteries and maritime histories. Sarah Hartley. She said my name like she was testing it. I heard you were back and that you joined the police. News travels fast. It's a small island. She adjusted her glasses. What brings you in? I'm looking for information about my family, the Hartleys. Old records, newspaper clippings, anything from around the time my sister died. Ruth studied me for a long moment, then she nodded. Follow me. She led me to a back room where the archives lived, filing cabinets, microfiche readers, boxes of old newspapers that hadn't been digitized yet, the smell of dust and aging paper. We have the Ravenshore Gazette going back to 1952, she said. Everything after 2010 is online. Before that, you'll have to dig. I don't mind digging. She left me alone. I spent 3 hours going through microfiche reels from the year Emma died, looking for anything I might have missed. The coverage of her murder was thin, a few articles, mostly focused on the investigation going nowhere. No suspects named, no theories offered, just the community is shocked and police are pursuing leads. But in the social pages from the months before Emma's death, I found something else. A photo of my mother at a charity gala, the annual Harbor Festival, 2006. She was wearing a dress I'd never seen, smiling in a way I barely recognized. And standing next to her, his hand on her elbow in a way that was almost, but not quite appropriate, was Victor Partaloo. I stared at the image. Read the caption beneath it, * Margaret Hartley and Victor Partaloo at the Harbor Festival Gala. Partaloo Industries was the evening's primary sponsor. * primary sponsor. Hand on her elbow, standing close, too close for strangers. I pulled more reels, found more photos. My mother at a ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new medical wing. Victor beside her. My mother at the library renovation announcement. Victor beside her. My mother at a reception at the Partaloo estate. Always together, always close, always with that same almost appropriate touching. Something cold settled in my chest. I found Ruth at the front desk. Did you know my mother? I asked. She looked up from her computer, her face shifted, sympathy, understanding, and something else, reluctance. A little, she volunteered here sometimes, helped with the children's reading program. Was she close with anyone from the Cliff families? Ruth's hands stilled on the keyboard. She didn't answer. Ruth, please. She looked at me for a long moment, then she sighed. There were rumors, she said quietly. Back then, about Margaret and Victor Partaloo. What kind of rumors? The kind that don't matter now. She's been gone a long time, Sarah. Does it really? What kind? Ruth closed her eyes. When she opened them, they were full of something like pity. People said they were having an affair. I don't know if it was true. I don't know if anyone knows for certain. But they were seen together often, at events, at restaurants on the mainland, places where a married woman and a widower shouldn't be seen without people talking. She shook her head. Your father was working the boats back then, gone all the time, and Victor, he could be charming when he wanted to be. The room felt smaller suddenly, the walls pressing in. My mother had an affair with Victor Partaloo? I don't know, I'm telling you what people said. Ruth reached out and touched my hand. Sarah, your mother was a complicated woman. After Emma died, she wasn't the same. Nobody blamed her for anything. Everyone understood. I pulled my hand back. Thank you, I said. The words came out flat, automatic, for your help. Sarah, I was already walking toward the door. I sat in my truck outside the library, engine off, staring at nothing. My mother, Victor Partaloo. The pieces clicked together in my head, forming a picture I didn't want to see. My mother at those events, my mother in those photographs. My mother who had killed herself 6 months after Emma died, leaving behind a husband and a daughter and a secret she'd taken to her grave. Had Emma known? Had Emma found out something about the affair, about Victor, about whatever they'd been doing and gotten killed for it? Was that what Burke had been hiding? I pulled out my phone and called him. It rang twice before he answered. Hartley, I thought you were following leads. I am. My voice was steady somehow. We need to talk, in person. About Victor Partaloo and my mother. Silence on the line, long enough that I thought he might have hung up. Where are you? he asked finally. Library parking lot. Stay there, I'm coming to you. He hung up. I sat in the truck and watched the fog roll in from the harbor, thinking about my mother and Victor Pardilu and the 20 years of lies that had wrapped around my family like chains. Burke knew. He'd always known. And now I was going to make him tell me everything.